I'm coming in here to beat his ass. He gonna come, he gonna be tough, strong, but I'm coming to whoop his ass. I stand by that. I stand by that. I'm fucking him up. Yeah. I'm fucking him.
This is what you guys need. This is what boxing needs. This is why we're here. We're here to take over. Now we got this lightweight coming up to super lightweight to come over here and dethrone the champ.
Chaos erupts. Shakur Stevenson slapped Teofimo Lopez in their latest press conference after relentless talking and back-and-forth exchanges. Teofimo Lopez held his composure, but the tension was electric. The moment exposed Stevenson's frustration and disrespect, while highlighting Lopez's focus and mental toughness. Fans can see clearly who is the real fighter here.
Talk about. Shut me up.
Shakur,
shut me up.
Real quick, Shakur.
I'm right here. Shut me up. Shut me up.
Teofimo Lopez shows his strategic mindset and confidence, calmly explaining how he plans to control the fight from the opening rounds. While Shakur Stevenson relies on flashy tactics, Lopez's focus on pacing, stamina, and ring IQ proves he's prepared for a challenge at 140 pounds, showing why he remains a serious threat.
It really is that if you look for the knockout, you won't get it. You know, I think really it's just all about setting the good pace early in the beginning rounds and then going from there, setting that tone. I think that I don't see him going those 12 rounds. This is his first time.
Duke McKenzie's reaction reflects the shock and disbelief that followed Shakur Stevenson slapping Teofimo Lopez at the press conference. While some may downplay Stevenson's skills, the moment exposed a lack of respect and discipline, leaving fans and analysts questioning his maturity. Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, maintained his composure, reinforcing his image as a focused and professional fighter who doesn't let provocations distract him. This incident clearly highlighted the contrasting mindsets of the two fighters before the bout.
I don't think he's world class. He's not really my cup of tea. I mean, I don't look at boxing probably the way you do or most sort of fans do. I look at it.
Simon Jordan points out that confrontations and boundary pushing are not new in boxing, but Shakur Stevenson's slap was particularly shocking given the public stage. Unlike usual trash talk or minor incidents, this action crossed into physical disrespect, drawing immediate attention. Teofimo Lopez handled it with restraint, showing that mental composure is just as important as physical skill. Fans and experts alike saw this as a defining moment that set the tone for the upcoming fight and highlighted Stevenson's volatility.
And he smashed an egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
The slap immediately polarized opinions, with some calling it unnecessary and unprofessional, while others admitted it added intrigue and hype to the fight. Shakur Stevenson's action created headlines overnight, but Teofimo Lopez's calm response won him respect from the boxing community. This incident forced fans to take sides, clearly separating fighters who rely on skill and composure from those seeking attention, and made it evident that Stevenson's unpredictability could become a key storyline leading into the clash.
But I do feel it's maybe what the sport doesn't need, and yet many people are saying, no, it's great, you watch it. Everybody wants to go to that.
The slap has made it clear that anything can happen once these two step into the public spotlight. Plans, strategies, and predictions may no longer apply when emotions flare. Shakur Stevenson's impulsive act demonstrated he can break composure, while Teofimo Lopez showed he can adapt and stay calm under provocation. Fans now understand that fight night will be influenced not only by skill but also by mindset and temperament, making the bout more unpredictable and thrilling.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different on that day than any other day. It just sort of script.
Eddie Hearn's insight shows that while Shakur Stevenson is highly skilled, the slap incident casts doubt on his discipline and professionalism. Fans are now debating whether his in-ring IQ will translate under pressure or if his impulsiveness could backfire. Teofimo Lopez, already known for his athleticism and strategic approach, gains an edge by maintaining focus despite provocations. The incident exposes the tension between raw talent and emotional control, hinting that composure may be just as decisive as skill in the upcoming fight.
I think I don't know how good the fight will be, but I think Shakur is, again, like pound for pound, IQ-wise, I think he's even up there with a Terence and those kind of guys, you know. I think the difference with Boots is he's got the defensive mastercraft, and he also has the aggressive power to turn your lights out, and I think that's quite...
Johnny Nelson's remarks, in the wake of the slap, suggest that mental and physical readiness are now under scrutiny. Shakur Stevenson's public outburst might indicate emotional volatility that could affect stamina and timing in the ring. Teofimo Lopez remains composed, demonstrating that preparation and strategic execution outweigh momentary theatrics. Fans now see Lopez not just as a skilled fighter, but as one who can handle chaos and maintain control, turning Shakur's impulsive behavior into a potential advantage.
In front of him. And I said, look, if you're to believe that he had the best training camp, his legs have gone. And if I've got it wrong...
Shakur Stevenson tries to justify the slap by framing it as part of his push to test himself against Teofimo Lopez. While he claims it was motivation, the moment clearly crossed the line into disrespect, revealing impulsiveness and a lack of professional restraint. Lopez, in contrast, demonstrated remarkable calm and composure under provocation, reinforcing his status as a focused and disciplined fighter. Analysts and fans have highlighted that maintaining mental toughness while opponents attempt to destabilize you is crucial, and Lopez's measured response makes him look far more prepared and strategic for the fight than Stevenson's emotional outburst suggests.
I wanted to push myself. I know that Teo is a tremendous fighter. I know he's on an extremely high level, and I feel like, well, I know that I can beat him, but I know that this should be a tough test. So,
Timothy Bradley Jr. highlights that the slap incident might not just be a PR shock, it reflects Stevenson's unpredictable temperament. Studying Teofimo Lopez's speed and athleticism, he warns that Stevenson faces a fighter who is fully aware of provocations and can capitalize on any lapse in focus. Lopez's ability to stay composed after being slapped demonstrates a level of mental toughness few opponents possess. The boxing community sees this as a crucial lesson. Physical skill alone won't win the fight. Stevenson's impulsive behavior may now play directly into Lopez's hands, giving the young champion a psychological advantage.
The real. It's not gonna be an easy damn fight for Shakur Stevenson. No, it ain't gonna be an easy fight. Nope. After studying freaking Lopez yesterday, man, look. That athleticism that he got, that's...
Rolly Romero acknowledges Stevenson's skill and boxing IQ, but the slap overshadowed much of his professional image. A fighter can be technically brilliant yet undone by emotional lapses, and this incident raised questions about Stevenson's composure under pressure. Teofimo Lopez, despite being provoked publicly, maintained calm, which demonstrates both mental fortitude and strategic maturity. Analysts note that a fighter who can remain focused amidst theatrics and distractions often gains an unseen edge. Lopez's ability to manage aggression, both his own and his opponent's, suggests he is mentally equipped to exploit Stevenson's impulsiveness when it matters most in the ring.
Incredible fighter. Shakur is an incredible fighter. Shakur has a really high boxing IQ and a very... Shakur coming out with it's got to be a good fight. I like to see it.
Eddie Hearn's perspective parallels Teofimo Lopez's situation. Just as Anthony Joshua rarely loses composure, Lopez managed to stay calm after Shakur Stevenson's slap, highlighting a level of professionalism and mental toughness that sets elite fighters apart. The incident underlined the fine line between calculated showmanship and reckless behavior, which Stevenson crossed. Fans and commentators now scrutinize how mental discipline influences outcomes, as Lopez's restraint not only preserves his image but also applies psychological pressure on Stevenson. This public confrontation shows that fights are as much about controlling emotions and mind games as they are about punches, strategy, and preparation.
You know, the push was, we've seen worse, you know what I mean? But lively, and what followed actually was one of the few times that I've seen Anthony Joshua unravel, if you like, because normally he's very composed, but you can't be composed when a man's talking to you like that.
Keyshawn Davis emphasizes the seriousness and high stakes of this fight, putting Shakur Stevenson's slap into context. The incident shows Stevenson underestimating the intensity and respect required at the professional level. Teofimo Lopez, on the other hand, demonstrates he knows exactly who he is facing, blending skill with composure. Their history, both as amateurs and pros, highlights that Lopez is mentally prepared for any antics Stevenson throws. Analysts point out that emotional reactions rarely succeed against a focused opponent, and Lopez's ability to absorb and respond strategically ensures he remains the dominant, composed presence heading into this highly anticipated matchup.
know these dudes very,
me and
very
Shakur
well.
had talked about this shit before it was actually official, and I'm like, cool. You know this nigga can fight, right? Like, cool, like, nah, bro, I know, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we all excited about the fight, bro. Like, we all know what's at stake. Like, we've been knowing Teofimo since we was 12 or 13 years old in amateurs, bro. Like, we all been winning nationals together. Now we're pro having to fight each other, so.
Amir Khan breaks down just how dangerous Teofimo Lopez can be when fully engaged. The slap from Shakur Stevenson only underlined the intensity Lopez will bring. He has faced high-level opposition like Lomachenko and has repeatedly shown the ability to adjust and dominate. Unlike Stevenson, who relies on flair and occasionally loses composure, Lopez combines technical precision with raw power, making him a formidable opponent. Analysts and fans now point to the slap incident as a mental test Lopez passed effortlessly, showing he won't be rattled by pre-fight antics. His capacity to elevate performance under pressure sets him apart, and fighters who underestimate his adaptability risk being outclassed in both skill and strategy. This moment reinforces that while Stevenson is skilled, Lopez's experience, mental fortitude, and ability to rise to challenges make him the clear favorite in high-pressure confrontations, especially when tempers flare.
The fight between Stevenson and Lopez, what a fight. Who wins that? Lopez. You think Stevenson? Lopez is a very good fighter, bro. I've trained with him, I've had him on the pod, he bangs hard. He's a good all-round boxer, slick. A lot of people don't give him the credit for how good of a boxer he is. Look, he's the type of guy I know about Lopez is that when he has to turn it up, he turns it up. And I think with someone like Shakur, he will have to turn it up big time. And obviously Shakur, we've not really seen him in the deep end. Look at Lopez, he's fought the likes of Lomachenko. He's beaten some great names on the way, man.
Teddy Atlas captures the electrifying potential of this matchup. The slap incident sets the stage for high drama, but it also highlights a psychological battle where Lopez clearly demonstrates superior control. Stevenson's outburst could be costly, as composure often dictates who controls the ring. Analysts emphasize that while both fighters are technically skilled, Lopez's experience and ability to remain calm under pressure gives him a strategic advantage. This clash of styles promises to be a technical chess match infused with raw energy, and fans are already bracing for explosive moments. Lopez has proven he can handle provocation, absorb pressure, and make opponents pay for mistakes. Stevenson's bravado will be tested at every turn, and while his talent is undeniable, Lopez's combination of tactical acumen, timing, and mental strength is likely to dominate when it matters most, especially in a high-stakes environment this press conference has foreshadowed.
I don't know if it will. I mean, style-wise, I could see you having a little reservations, you know, whether or not these guys will make for dynamite, they will make, you know, for electricity. I don't know if they will, but I tell you what they will make for. Two skillful fighters, two talented fighters, you know, two fighters that are at a high skill level that will compete.
Conor Benn's analysis reflects the complexity of this matchup, especially after the slap incident highlighted Stevenson's unpredictable temperament. While Stevenson is highly ranked pound for pound, Lopez's ability to handle physical and psychological pressure cannot be understated. The press conference slap demonstrated that Stevenson might underestimate the consequences of impulsive actions. Lopez, conversely, has repeatedly shown he can adapt mid-fight and maintain strategic focus regardless of provocations. Analysts argue that success in this fight will hinge not only on technical ability but also on mental resilience, and Lopez holds the edge in that department. Conor also hints at the arrogance Stevenson brings to the table, a mindset Lopez can exploit. Fans see this as a defining moment, where composure versus ego will dictate the flow of the bout. Lopez's experience against elite opponents like Lomachenko provides him a blueprint to neutralize Stevenson's aggression while capitalizing on lapses in judgment.
I'm back in Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing, but he's not in a. He won't get a brutal war.
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound-for-pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you've dismissed him there, Conor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur. I'm just insulted he thinks he can come up to my weight and feel like he can just make it easy work. Well, come up to my weight then. I don't not like him. I think he's a funny guy. I think he's funny looking as well.
Lamont Roach offered his prediction for the upcoming Stevenson versus Lopez showdown on the Ring Champs podcast, clearly favoring Stevenson as the probable victor. He pointed out that Stevenson's high ring IQ and strategic approach could present significant challenges that Lopez may struggle to overcome.
He a little cuckoo too, like.
Lamont Roach's insight emphasizes Stevenson's occasional mental lapses and the risk they pose in high-pressure bouts. The slap incident at the press conference is a perfect example of how emotional impulses can compromise a fighter. Lopez, in contrast, maintains composure and follows a skill-first approach, highlighting the stark difference in temperament. Analysts note that in skill matches, patience and adaptability are key, and Lopez's ability to exploit mistakes positions him strongly against Stevenson. Fans are discussing how Stevenson's aggressive tendencies may backfire when faced with Lopez's disciplined, tactical style. The incident also serves as a reminder that showmanship cannot replace technical mastery and strategic execution. Lopez is likely to capitalize on Stevenson's unpredictability, making the bout not just a test of physical skill but a battle of mental fortitude. The press conference slap now becomes a symbol of the psychological edge Lopez holds.
Like he has like a little mental lapses every once in a while. Look at the Kambosos fight. Like, that's a fight that people would never expect Kambosos to win, and he won a grueling match against him as well. So I just, I don't know. I don't think he can get it done against Shakur when it comes to like, cause it's gonna be just a skill match. I don't think he's gonna try to, or he's gonna try to rough. He's going to try.
Conor Benn reinforces that despite Stevenson's higher pound-for-pound status, Lopez possesses the crucial mental edge and fight intelligence necessary to succeed. The slap incident epitomizes Stevenson's tendency to let emotions dictate actions, which can easily be exploited by a disciplined opponent like Lopez. While Stevenson's confidence and skill are undeniable, Conor highlights that Lopez's adaptability, composure, and ability to read opponents in real time give him a superior platform to win the fight. Analysts point out that physical power alone won't guarantee victory. Handling pressure, managing provocations, and executing strategy are equally vital. Lopez has repeatedly shown he can rise to challenges and stay composed when others falter. The press conference slap, rather than destabilizing Lopez, underscored Stevenson's vulnerability. In the eyes of fans and experts, Lopez's calm, focused, and experienced approach makes him the favorite, while Stevenson's impulsive behavior adds an extra layer of risk in this high-stakes matchup.
I'm back in Teo. I think he's in a hard fight. Well, it's not a taxing fight. He's in a complex fight in terms of boxing fight. He's not in a. You won't get it from him, that's for sure.
Playing devil's advocate, obviously, as a journalist as well, you look at pound-for-pound rankings and Shakur is a lot higher. I know you don't like Shakur, but do you not have respect for what he could do against Teofimo Lopez? Because you've dismissed him there, Conor.
No, I don't not like Shakur. I like Shakur.
The Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson showdown is now set on fire not just by skill but by the drama at the press conference where Stevenson's slap made headlines and instantly shifted the psychological battlefield. Lopez has shown time and again that he can stay calm under pressure, respond intelligently to provocation, and turn intensity into strategy, whereas Stevenson's impulsive actions risk giving away momentum before the bell even rings. Fans are now debating whether Stevenson can maintain composure against Lopez's calculated aggression and world-class experience, especially knowing Lopez has faced elite fighters like Lomachenko and adapted flawlessly under pressure. Every analyst and former fighter watching this knows that the fight will not just be about punches landed. It will be a battle of brains, timing, and mental fortitude. The slap incident is a warning sign that Stevenson may be prone to overreact, while Lopez thrives on these moments to impose his will. Who will take control when it matters most in the ring? Do you think Stevenson can recover from his own mistakes, or will Lopez turn this into a masterclass? Comment below, join the debate, and make your voice heard because this is one fight you won't want to miss.